I'm going to ask you something that might make you uncomfortable. Are you actually aging? Or are you letting yourself be dismantled? One tiny habit at a time. Stay with me, because by the end of this video you're going to know 6 daily movements that people in Japan quietly use to stay sharp, balanced, fast, and independent into their 80s, 90s, even past 100. And no, it's not genetics, and it's not luck. Right now in Japan, there are tens of thousands of people over 100 years old. Not bedbound. Not confused. Not carried upstairs by their kids. Walking. Cooking. Laughing. Reading. Meanwhile, in countries that spend billions on gyms, supplements, and anti-aging hacks, most people start falling apart after 50. Knees go. Balance goes. Memory slips. Blood pressure climbs. The body stops responding. Why are we cursed? Are they blessed, or are we just doing the wrong things every single day without realizing the cost? Here's what researchers found when they studied long-lived Japanese adults, not just people who reached 90 or 100, but people who arrived there strong, clear, and unafraid. Yes, food matters. Yes, stress matters. But something else kept showing up over and over in their lives. Something so basic Western medicine mostly ignored it until the scans, mobility tests, and cognitive checks became impossible to argue with. It wasn't heavy workouts. It wasn't high-intensity training. It wasn't expensive therapy. It was movement, but a very specific kind. 6 simple daily movements. Movements so gentle you could do them in your pajamas. Movements that take minutes, not hours. One of them, done for just 2 minutes a day, was linked to living up to 7 years longer. If you're over 50 and you've started noticing stiffness in your knees, slower reactions, foggier thinking, or you're simply more tired than you used to be, keep listening. This is for you. And before we go any further, I want you to tell me in the comments, where are you watching from, and how old are you right now? I want to see who's here, who's serious, and who refuses to give up their strength. Let us start with movement 6, slow walking sampo. You think you know walking? You don't. We've turned walking into a calorie game. Walk faster, sweat more, close the rings, hit 10,000 steps. But that's not what we're talking about here. Sampo is slow walking, intentionally slow. You walk at half your normal speed. You move with control, not urgency. You focus on breathing instead of burning. Here's how it's often done. Inhale for 2 steps, hold that air for 2 steps, then exhale slowly for 4 steps. That rhythm links your breathing with your stride, and something powerful happens when you do that. Your nervous system and cardiovascular system start syncing. Stress hormones fall. Blood pressure eases. Your head clears. Your base stabilizes. Why does this matter for aging? Because slow, deliberate walking forces all the tiny stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and hips to wake up again. When you walk fast, you power through momentum. When you walk slowly, you have to control every inch of the step. The foot rolls from heel to arch to toe. All 33 joints in each foot participate. That sends signals back to the brain that help reset balance, the exact system that usually fails with age and leads to falls. Think about how crucial that is. A bad fall after 60 can change the rest of your life. A habit that protects balance is a habit that protects independence. Here's how to try it. Spend 10 quiet minutes walking slowly on natural ground, grass, dirt, sand. Flat tile or concrete is fine if that's all you have, but slightly uneven ground forces more micro adjustments and gives you more benefit. Don't race. Don't distract yourself. No headphones. Just you, your breath, and your steps. This is how many older adults in Japan start their mornings, not exercising, but preparing their brain and body for the day. Movement 5. Radio Taiso, 3 minutes that move a nation. Picture this. Early morning. All across Japan, at the same time every day, music plays and millions of people, kids, office workers, retirees, all do the same short sequence of movements together. It's called Radio Taiso. It was created almost a century ago, and people are still doing it because it works. It's not a workout the way we think of a workout. There are no burpees. No push-up challenges. Nobody's chasing a summer body. It's controlled rhythmic movement, big arm circles, soft twists, gentle bends to the side, Light knee lifts, opening and closing the joints through their full range. Why is that a big deal? Because after 50, stiffness doesn't creep in randomly. Stiffness is a signal, your joints aren't being bathed in enough synovial fluid, your body's natural joint lubricant. When you move a joint through gentle full range motion, you literally pump that fluid in and around the cartilage. You're feeding your joints. You're preserving them. Here's what's wild. People who do a short daily mobility sequence like this tend to report less chronic low back pain, fewer shoulder limitations, and better hip rotation even into their late 70s and 80s. That matters for walking, standing up, getting out of a car, real life movement. Not gym movement. Life movement. And it takes about 3 minutes. You could do it while your coffee is brewing. You could do it in the kitchen in pajamas. No mat, no shoes, no excuses. If you want the best effect, do it first thing in the morning, when your body is still a little stiff and your nervous system is still calm. You're basically telling your brain, we're awake. We're coordinated. We're safe. Pause for a second and really hear this. We're not talking about anti-aging creams, collagen powders, or miracle pills. We're talking about 3 quiet minutes of movement that protects your joints, wakes up circulation, and keeps your body familiar with motion instead of shockingly surprised by it. Movement 4, the deep squat. Rest, the posture we forgot. I want you to imagine something that, for a lot of people over 50, sounds impossible. You're outside in a park. You feel like taking a break. Instead of looking for a bench, you simply lower yourself into a deep squat. Heels on the ground. Torso upright. Arms relaxed. You rest there, comfortably. You could read like that. You could talk to a friend like that. In many Western countries, almost nobody past midlife can do this. In parts of Japan, you'll still see people in their 70s and 80s doing exactly that. Not because they're working out. Because their bodies never stopped being able to sit that way. Let's be honest, chairs changed the human body. Sitting in a chair shortens the hip flexors, weakens the glutes, stiffens the ankles, and locks the spine. Over time you lose depth, and you lose strength at the bottom of a movement. That means one day you go to pick something up from the floor, and your back, not your legs, is forced to do the work. That's how injuries happen. The deep squat position fights that decay. When you lower into a deep squat, even if you're holding onto a chair for support right now, you're opening your hips through their full range. You're loading your knees in a controlled, natural way. You're keeping your ankles mobile. You're engaging your pelvic floor, which, by the way, is critical for bladder control and core stability as you age. You're also decompressing the lower spine instead of crushing it into a chair. Here's how to begin safely. Stand near something sturdy like the back of a chair or a countertop. Hold on. Slowly bend your knees and lower yourself down as far as feels safe, keeping your heels as close to the floor as you can. If your heels pop up, slide a small rolled towel under them for support. Don't force depth. Just settle where you can breathe. Hold for 20 or 30 seconds, then come back up. Do that a few times a day. You're not trying to look athletic. You're teaching your body, this is still a position I understand. Regaining that one position can change how you get in and out of cars, how you pick things up, how you stand from the couch, how stable you feel on stairs. In other words, it's not about being flexible. It's about being independent. Quick favor, if this already feels useful, hit like and make sure you're subscribed. We talk about real longevity here, not fantasy, not filters. Now let's keep going, because what's coming next might be the most important balance secret you're not doing at all. Movement 3, single leg standing balance that trains your brain. Here's a question nobody asks at your checkup but probably should. Can you stand on one leg for 30 seconds without wobbling or grabbing something? This sounds almost childish, but it's one of the most powerful predictors of healthy aging, and I want you to really hear why. When you stand on one leg, your body is doing hundreds of tiny adjustments per minute in your ankle, your knee, your hips, your core, even in the muscles around your spine. It's constant microcorrection. That microcorrection is not just physical. It's neurological. Balance is brain work. When you practice one leg standing, you're strengthening the part of your nervous system that prevents falls. That matters because past 60, a fall can take you from living normally to needing assistance overnight. But balance work also lights up areas of the brain linked to coordination, focus, and reaction time. In plain English, people who train balance move better and think faster. Here's how to start without risking anything. Stand next to a countertop or wall and just hover one foot a couple inches off the ground. Fix your eyes on one point in front of you. Breathe normally. Hold for 20-30 seconds, then switch legs. Do not hold your breath. Do not clench. Once that gets easy, you can increase the challenge safely. Close your eyes. Turn your head slowly side to side while standing on one leg. Lift your arms out to the side. Stand on something slightly unstable like a folded towel. All of that forces your body and your brain to adapt in real time. Here's the beautiful part, you're not adding extra time to your life. You can do this while brushing your teeth. You can do it waiting for the kettle. You can do it during TV commercials. You're converting dead time into longevity training. Now let us go deeper. Movement 2, floor transitions, your independence test. Nobody wants to hear this, but I'm going to say it, because it's that important. The day you can't get down to the floor and stand back up on your own is the day you stop living on your own terms. In a lot of Japanese homes, people still sit on the floor to talk, have tea, or relax. That means something very specific happens several times a day. You go down to the floor, and you come back up. Over and over. You don't lose that pattern. Your body remembers it. In most Western homes, we don't sit on the floor. We collapse into chairs, couches, padded dining seats. Getting up and down from the floor becomes rare. Then it becomes difficult. Then it becomes impossible. And once it's impossible, the body rapidly loses strength in the exact muscles that keep you independent: hips, thighs, core, lower back. So here's your test. Can you lower yourself to the floor and then stand back up without using both hands for support? If the answer is no, don't feel bad, most people over 50 can't. But take that as information, not failure. Training this skill is extremely valuable. Start by using support. From standing, hold a chair. Lower down one knee at a time until you're in a kneeling position. Pause. Then, using the chair again, push yourself back up to standing. That's it. That's your rep. Do it on carpet or on a mat so your knees aren't screaming. Even 2 or 3 of these controlled transitions per day can start changing how strong and capable you feel within weeks. This movement is not just physical. It's neurological. It forces coordination, awareness of where your body is in space, timing, and problem solving. All of those tend to quietly erode with age, and you usually don't notice until suddenly stairs feel scary. Practicing floor transitions is like telling your nervous system, we are still capable. We still remember how to move through space. Movement 1, the towel twist, 2 minutes that rewire you. Now we get to the strangest one. It looks almost too simple to matter. But if you ask many strong, lucid 80, 90, and even 100-year-olds in Japan what they still do every day, you'll hear versions of this. Here's how it works. Grab a towel. Hold it in front of you at shoulder height, arms straight but not locked. Gently pull outward, as if you're trying to stretch the towel apart. Keep that tension. While you hold that tension, slowly rotate your upper body to one side. Hips stay forward. Hold for 3 seconds. Come back to center. Rotate to the other side. Repeat. It sounds tiny. It's not tiny. That outward pull on the towel wakes up deep stabilizer muscles in your shoulders, upper back, and core muscles that don't really get challenged when you sit, scroll, or even when you go for a walk. The slow twist engages the spine safely without yanking it. The hold teaches your body to generate force without flailing or jerking. And here's what's fascinating: coordinated, resisted rotation like this has been linked to better grip strength, better posture, faster reaction time, and improved coordination between the left and right sides of the body. That last one is huge. As you age, communication between the 2 hemispheres of the brain tends to slow. Movements like this, controlled, symmetrical, stable, keep that conversation alive. Do this for 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes before bed. That's 4 minutes total in your entire day. You're not panting. You're not sweating. You're not wrecked. But you're sending a message to your entire system: stay organized. Stay awake. Stay connected. Now let us talk safety, because I care about you staying safe more than I care about you pushing hard. If you have knee pain, hip replacements, vertigo, injuries, or you haven't moved in a while, you can still do this. Here's how you protect yourself. Always practice near something you can hold: a wall, a counter, sturdy furniture. That turns fear into confidence. For deep squat work or floor transitions, use pillows, yoga blocks, rolled towels under the heels, anything that lets you get into the position without panic. For balance work, keep a fingertip lightly touching a surface for support until you're steady. Never force through sharp pain. Discomfort from effort is normal. Sharp pain is a warning. Respect it, and please, if you have specific medical limitations, talk to your doctor or physical therapist about adapting these movements to you. You deserve to move in a way that supports your body, not punishes it. Now I'm going to tell you something almost nobody tells you when they talk about healthy aging. This is not about looking younger. This is not about pretending you're 30. This is not about chasing immortality. This is about control. Control of your body. Control of your mind. Control of your day. The real fear for most people over 60 isn't death. It's losing independence before death. It's needing help to get off the couch. It's being afraid of stairs. It's feeling your world shrink to one safe chair in one safe room. These 6 movements fight exactly that. Slow, intentional walking to reset your nervous system and protect balance. Gentle daily mobility to oil your joints and keep range of motion alive. Resting in a deep squat so your hips, knees, spine, and pelvic floor don't lock up. Standing on one leg to train your brain and prevent the fall that could change everything. Getting up and down from the floor to protect the one ability that decides whether you live independently or not. And the towel twist, a tiny ritual that keeps your core awake, your posture honest, and your brain engaged. Total daily time around 15 minutes. No gym. No machines. No noise. Just you and a decision. So here's my challenge to you, and I want you to answer this publicly in the comments, because when you say it out loud, you're more likely to do it. Which of these 6 are you going to start today, not someday? Today. Slow walking, balance on one leg, the towel twist before bed. Tell me. I read every comment and I respond when I can, because this is not just content. This is a community of people who refuse to let age steal their strength without a fight. Hit like if you felt even one moment of yes, that's me. Subscribe if you want more real longevity, not marketing. And share this with someone you love, especially someone who says it's just getting older. Getting older is unavoidable. Falling apart is not.